we need to get the right ID for starters. So if you've got a passport or a driver's license, that will do. Come over to nationwide.co.uk/current accounts/compare. And we're going to go to apply for Flex account. Do we want to open a joint account? Step 4 of 7, we can choose how we want our name to be appeared on the account. And there you have it, 10 to 15 minutes, especially if you've got all the information to hand. We're going to guide you through the switching process step by step and how you can get your £125 reward.
We're much better together, I know.
Welcome back to CareBlair, folks. My name's Kyle, and here we share positive news, stories and information that helps local volunteers, non-profit community groups and charities to connect with their audience in meaningful ways online. If you're joining us for the first time, we've put together a collection of short videos designed to simplify the universal credit process for those of us who might be finding it difficult to understand and set up on our own. And you can read all of these tutorials over on our blog post at careblair.org. But of course, with all of that good stuff, there can still be challenges that come our way. In this case, you probably know of the latest challenges facing us. That's right, the government wants to scrap the £20 per week uplift for universal credit starting in October. However, Judicious Joanne and I have a plan. We've done two things before filming today. The first thing we did was we signed the official online petition to make the £20 per week uplift permanent, so all future and present universal credit claimants can still benefit from this uplift. The second thing we did was we sent a letter to our local MP, Pete Wishart, to make our voices heard. So if you want to follow in our footsteps in doing just that, we've got links in the description below that will take you to the online petition that you can sign and the email template, letter template that you can send to your local MP. All you need to do is simply copy, paste and customize it to reflect your situation, send it to your local MP and you've made your voice heard. Local families like us have been using the £20 per week uplift to take our kids swimming, to put fuel in our car, to heat our homes without worry, and to buy weekly essential groceries so that we don't go hungry. The same is also true for those of us on the furlough scheme and also claiming working tax credits, both of which are due to end in a matter of weeks. In light of these new changes, it's so important that we remember the majority of us claiming these payments are working people. And it's because our hours are too low or we're on 0 hours contracts that our earnings don't give us enough to live on, which means we have to turn to the benefits system. It is also important to remember those of us who are unable to work because of health issues, family obligations, lack of training or education, lack of key resources like tools and transportation, and also things like addiction. With so many people affected by these recent changes, it would seem beneficial that we proactively address the situation so that we can minimize its negative impact. And maybe, who knows, maybe we need to get to a situation as a country that gives its citizens a universal basic income so that we don't have to turn to the universal credit or any other benefits system for that matter. But until that day comes around, let's have a look at the latest changes affecting the universal credit. We know the £20 per week uplift stops in October, but let's bear in mind that our benefits are paid in arrears. This means that we have a cut-off period 7 days before we are paid our benefits. Each month, our benefits are calculated during this cut-off period. So, if our cut-off period ends on October the 5th, we will still be paid our £20 uplift in October and only see the cut in November. This means that for a single person under 25, the monthly standard allowance is falling from £344 to £257.33. For a couple where both people are under 25, the allowance is falling from £490.60 to £403.93. For a couple where one or both people are over 25, the allowance falls from £596.58 to £509.91. And for those of us who are claiming work and tax credit, this is also falling by £20 per week. So we've all heard of the Nationwide Building Society, right? How many of us actually realise that for the most part, building societies like these are actually non-profits? And also, our money stays in the local economy. We recommend using non-profit banks that are preferably guided by a social purpose, whereby a portion of their pre-tax profits are reinvested back into the local people and local community. We also recommend using non-profit banks that are member-owned, whereby their accounts are insured and backed by the national government. In the US, member-owned building societies are typically known as member credit unions. However, in the UK, member credit unions are typically known as building societies, which is why we recommend them here in the UK, such as Nationwide Building Society. The Nationwide incentive began on the 18th of August 2021, but it's only available for a limited time. So here's how it works. When we switch our main current bank account, the one where all of our benefits and wages are paid into, over to a Nationwide current account, we will get £100 if we are new to Nationwide and £125 if we are an existing member. Remember, in a member-owned bank, we the members always receive a bigger share than non-members. To qualify, we need to be over 18 and have a minimum of 2 direct debits active in our old account before switching. Nationwide takes care of all the hard work for us, which includes moving over all of our payments, benefits, wages, pensions and more for free within 7 working days. And yes, we will still have access to our old account while this is all happening. We need to get the right ID for starters, so if you've got a passport or a driver's license, that will do. The next thing we'll need is the name of our bank or building society. The next thing is we'll need the account number and sort code of our old account, and then we're going to need the long digit number of our current debit card. Then we'll need the past 3 years of our address history. Step number 2 is to come over to nationwide.co.uk/current accounts/compare. This will take you to this page here where we can compare Nationwide's everyday bank accounts. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see the 3 accounts that are eligible for the reward of £100 to £125. Now, you've got the Flex Plus, the Flex Direct and the Flex account. We're going to be going with the Flex account simply because it's free, so there's no monthly fee, and also it's the only account that gives you an unlimited access, which means you can use it both online for your online banking, but also you can go and use the debit card machines out in the real world as well. So that's why we're going with a Flex account. So remember to do your own due diligence and read up about it before you choose your account. But for this tutorial, we're going to go for this one. So we're going to click more about Flex account. And as you can see, it takes you onto the Flex account current account page. It gives you a range of features and benefits. So be sure to read through those and get familiar with the account. We're just going to keep scrolling down and we're going to go to apply for Flex account and we're going to click that. It will take you to the apply for the Flex account current account page. It will give you a range of information to look through as well, so be sure to look through that too. Once you're happy with that, keep scrolling and you'll get to the bottom and it says apply for Flex account. Okay, right there. And it says, what would you like to do? So do you want to apply for a new Flex account or do you want to change your Nationwide current account to a Flex account? For us, we're new to Nationwide, so we're going to select the apply for a Flex account. Down below, it's opened up a new wee bitty here, and to apply for a Flex account, You must have, like we've already stated, your address history, and obviously if you're employed, to have your employer's address and a valid UK passport and a full UK driver's license. Once you've done that, continue scrolling down and you will see Apply for Flex Account. Click on this button here and it will give you some more information about arranged overdrafts. So have a look at that and see what you think. It gives you a price here for your arranged overdraft. So if you've got an arranged overdraft for 7 days, you'll be £3.26, 30 days, £13.99, and so on. If you do have an overdraft already, you will be able to transfer it to this account and these fees will apply. Continue scrolling down and continue to apply for Flex Account. Okay, so this is the beginning of our application process and it's asking us, do we want to open a joint account? For us, it's going to be no. If you've got a partner, then you would select yes, and you are still eligible to receive the reward. So choose whichever one works for you. So once you've selected that option, it will take you to this next page, which will ask you a few questions. You've got 7 different sections. Step 1 of 7 is about you. So if we click Get Started, as you can see, we've got a lot more information about us now. The same for step 2 about your employment. There's various information there that will help us to decide whether we're part-time, full-time, what have you. So there's lots of options to choose from. Further down, we've got step 3, which is switching your bank account to us. You can choose whether you want to switch your bank account or not. But remember, if you don't, you won't be eligible for the £100 to £125 reward. Step 4 of 7, we can choose how we want our name to be appeared on the account. All we need to do is just select from a various range of options here. And you'll see it right there. So if we change it to this one, it's this one. And if we change it to Julia, it's Julia. We can choose paperless communications if we're environmentally conscious. You can choose to have a checkbook if you would like. You can choose how you want to be contacted by Nationwide for marketing purposes, which is email, letters, or calls. You can choose the next 3 steps, obviously, is important information. I'm not going to go through this because I'm not personally setting up an account for myself. So for you though, you would have to do this. So this will be reading policies and terms and conditions and things like that, and just agreeing to those if you do agree with them. The next step is obviously your ID. So using your ID here, setting up the digital banking. Nationwide have their own easy to use mobile banking app. I use it for my own personal finances and it's really easy to use. It's quite a secure login as well. You can use your fingerprint if you've got a smartphone. So yeah, it's all really good. And there you have it. Once you've filled out those information, 10 to 15 minutes, especially if you've got all the information to hand, you will now receive up to £100 to £125 in rewards. And that is 5 extra weeks of, or the equivalent of 5 extra weeks of your £20 per week universal credit uplift. There we have it, folks. We've discovered much more about non-profit banks and why it's a good idea to switch to one. For starters, we're going to sleep better at night and we'll join over 300 million worldwide members who believe in a happy wallet and a happy community. There's more links in the video description that will give you access to much more information that we've talked about today. It gives me a good feeling to share good things with you, and I believe it's one of the things that makes life meaningful. So remember to shine your own light, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and we'll do our best to get back to you. And until next time, remember, sharing is caring.
This is our time. It's a crazy cosmic journey. I feel fine. Something's so right. This is our time. 'Cause I'm tired of trying to walk the dotted line. There's no waiting, hesitating.